Well, I left sixth form, and a lot of my mates went off to university, and I didn't really know what to do in my life. And then I was working in a supermarket for a few years, and outside that was really boring, and that wasn't the best way to live my life. And I wanted to do more meaningful. And I found this charity called VSO, which works with young people going abroad and doing volunteer work, which was aged 18 to 25. So I applied for that, and I got an interview. And there was about 3 different interviews. One was just meet and greet, and then do some group work. So because you'd work in a team, 10 British people and then 10 foreign people, depending on what country you went to. And then it was in March. By then I had to fundraise £600, which half of it I paid for myself, because fundraising, I don't want to stand in the middle of the street asking for money. It's just weird. So I had to get all the vaccinations and stuff, get all the clothes ready. And then in March 6th, we ended up all meeting together. I met everyone together, like the 10 British guys. And they were brilliant. I'm still in touch with them right now. They're wicked people. And then we all met, and then we all flew over to South Korea, and then we were in Mongolia, which was, how to explain it? It's like going to, let's say, Spain or Mallorca or something like that. It's Western, but it's still a bit run down. So you sort of got a thing. And this was middle of winter as well, so it's like -20. So we're in the capital for a bit, and it was just like what you expected. It's just a foreign city. It was all a bit weird and swilled. There was no rules on the law on the cars and stuff, so they were just zipping past, and you just had to run in between them. We met our Mongolian counterparts. Like, you'd live with one and you'd work with one. Yeah. So we met them. So there's 20 of us. A lot of people didn't want to do environmental stuff. A lot of people wanted to work with the kids. Yeah.
That's what you wanted to do.
Yeah. I was lucky enough to get it. But there was like, because it was like still winter there, because it was March. It's still like heavy snow and bad winds, and like there's no tarmac roads apart from the sea, and it's just all bumpy dirt tracks and stuff. I mean, like, we're in this van, coach, and it was like literally tipping sideways because it's huge ditches. And I'm going off like this 16-hour coach ride through bumpy terrain, and it was awful, into this town called Choi Bao San. And then once we all settled, we lived with people who lived in the town. So I was with this lecturer, and it was and her family. Essentially, you walk into this room, and you stand in the hallway, and you can see living room, kitchen, only bedroom, bathroom. Yeah. It was really small, and there was about 6 of us in there for 3 months. And that was brilliant. They were loads of fun. The language barrier was there, but you sort of deal with it. And my basic jobs were, I'd work in a school with deaf people, deaf Mongolian kids. They gave me a book on American Sign Language, and that's why I'm learning sign language now, because the kids were brilliant. I loved every second of it. I was also working with boys who didn't go to school, so they just ran riot throughout the town, nicking stuff and smashing stuff. So we made like a sports.
So what sort of things did you do with them?
Well, I didn't know what to do at first. First thing they tried to do was pull me down to the ground and take all my money.
Really?
Yeah. But and I ended up making like a sports club for them. We just play football, basketball. Well, I had to be the hoop. I had to sit on the wall and put my arms out as a hoop. It's to try and throw in my face. It's just a place to escape, because there's a lot of problems with unemployment and drinking. So a lot of the dads are quite abusive. So they don't like going home. They just roam around, and it's not safe on the streets because there's broken glass everywhere. So we did that. It worked. Sports club. It's a lot of unemployment, a lot of drinking and stuff. So a lot of kids get abused. And that was my last job was I'd worked with these girls from the age about 4 to about 15, 16, and they had been physically and sexually abused. And because I was from the West, they assumed I knew how to cancel these little girls.
Really?
But in the end, we just took them down to the river, because it was me and another guy, a Mongolian guy, and they didn't trust us. We tried playing games like heads down, thumbs up, and then one of the girls ended up screaming because she didn't like the pictures she saw in her head when she closed her eyes. That's how screwed up it is. It's like crap. So we went off to this river, and then we played like volleyball and go for walks and just like play had and stuff like that. But obviously you couldn't really touch them, you just tap them, because scared them in. And that was right, and it was just like an escape for these kids, and these counsellors just didn't know what to do. They had training, but they didn't have enough. Not that they expect here.
I mean, that's a whole other level.
Yeah, it's like I say, it's eye opening. There was this the one thing that really opened my eyes to everything. This charity, and they go around to see different Save the Children. It was, they go around to see kids in these shacks, these shanty towns, and he met this boy. He's about 7 years old, and they're about to. I was like, how are you doing? Yeah. And they were, we're going to take you to this charity thing in about 4 days. 2 days later, his brothers he was about 7, so his brothers were about 15 to 20. They drank a lot. The day after, they beat him up and broke his spine. This kid's spine, 7-year-old boy's spine was broken. And the hospital there's are awful. It's hard beds, that's it. Nothing else. Same everything else. There was like old folks.
The doctors, not
the doctors there. It's just the care's horrible. The place is just a horrible place to be. We've all found this hospital. It's just like, you know, you see them pictures of Soviet Russia, the communist thing, communist buildings, big grey buildings. It's exactly like that because the Russians built these flats and stuff. The flats, and there's no street names. They're just numbers. It's 176 block.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all like that. And this boy was on this bed, and he went to see him, took a picture. It was just on this bed, laying down with his back arched like that.
Blimey.
And then the day before my mate was going to see him, he died.
Really?
7-year-old kid, didn't have a choice in the world. He wanted to go out and play football with my friend. His brothers beat him to an inch of his life, and he died in agony.
It's unreal, isn't it?
Shit, man. That hit me hard. Oh, it was a horrible, horrible feeling. But then it's the idea of powerlessness. You go to think, I'm going to fix everything. But you can't. It's too much. You have to teach the older people, the counsellors, the doctors, the everything stuff like that, to do more, to do things a certain way, to show that in the long run things get fixed. Do they think short fix? Because that's all they're taught. But it takes a lot longer time to.
Yeah.
But so that was horrible. And we used to do other things as well. We used to have special days. We did a school talent show for some of the kids, sports day for them, and me and a couple of people organised that because we had to do bits and bobs. So we did loads more stuff. There was a woman who only had her legs cut up to her knees, and she was only about 45. She got put in an old folks' home.
What, just because she had
and no family, so she was put there. And I used to just wake up and then not do anything.
Yeah.
So then my other friend, she worked there and she had to do stuff and she cried.
So there was no real system of social care over there?
No. It's horrible. It's horrible. There's no social care.
What about law and order? I mean, you said about the brothers being the child. Was there no ramifications for...
No. There were police, but you never saw them. There's only a few. The town was quite small. What could they have done?
Yeah.
They would have probably just beat the crap out of the brothers, but then that's it.
So what was it like there where you stayed? You said you lived with...
Yeah, I lived in this this family's house, and it was the wife, the father, and 2 kids. The dad went away. He's a carpenter, so he went out into the countryside. So he was gone after about 2 weeks, and I never saw him again because he has to. Yeah. It's just such a long trip. She was a lecturer at the university. They had this university there, but nothing like we have here. It was this big Soviet building. Didn't get paid much. Tiny apartment. And they gave us the wrong bedroom and used to sleep in the living room on the floor on like a mattress, which I felt a bit guilty about because I would have.
Were they welcoming? Or?
Yeah, really welcoming. I found out that over halfway through that they wanted me to teach the kids English, and I didn't know anything because obviously the guy I lived with didn't have the best English.
Yeah. So
a lot of things were lost in translation, so you had to make do. And he used to feed me and stuff like that. He's fine. Some of the families didn't feed any of the counterparts. They just they just got given money for electricity, water, and food for us, and a bit more. But we were fine. They used to give us it used to be meat and rice and potatoes every night because that's all they listen. You can't grow vegetables there. It's impossible. So that's a bit. But like I say, I'm talking about all these bad things. It was an absolutely hysterical and brilliant thing. It changed my view on the world. It changed my direction, the way I'm living my life now. That's why I'm doing this. I'm doing the sign language. That's why I've actually got goals, and I never went uni. So.
Well, I mean, so when you worked, was it a school for the deaf, or?
No, it was just a high school, and then they had a deaf school, and the deaf class, and this class just ranged from like our version of the year 7 to year 11.
And so when you started working there, you had no experience with sign language.
No. But no, and I did it once a week, which just sucks because I'd love to keep doing it. And they gave me this book on American Sign Language, and I opened it up. And I started teaching them, writing on the board, and then the kids were just, because they're deaf, focused on you. It's a shame because a lot of these kids are smart, it's just because they're deaf. There's no support. Like in the UK, there's one hearing person who can sign effectively for every 258 deaf people.
Really?
Most of the 40. So, and there used to be deaf schools, but they've all been closed down. So all these deaf people are going into mainstream schools. And there's not a lot of support for them at all.
So that led you to want to be able to speak sign?
Yeah, that's why I sort of want to do it, because I want to be in a position where I'm supporting people to become who they could be.
But going there, focused what you wanted to do.
Yeah. Nothing will stop me getting that done. Nothing.